Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to our Desire of Ages episode. On our last episode, we're still in chapter 10. On our last episode, we saw that John the Baptist in his wilderness home, he was studying about the promised seed that was to bruise the serpent's head, Shiloh the peace giver, who was to appear before a king and a king should cease to reign on David's throne. So here we see John the Baptist studying the scriptures so that he could identify who Jesus Christ was, as well as he could find ways on how he could reach men to prepare the way for the Lord. So we continue Desire of Ages 103, paragraph 3. He looked upon the king in his beauty, and self was forgotten. He beheld the majesty of holiness, and felt himself to be inefficient and unworthy. He was ready to go forth as heaven's messenger, unawed by human, because he had looked upon the divine. He could stand erect and fearless in the presence of earthly monarchs, because he had bowed low before the King of Kings. John did not fully understand the nature of the Messiah's kingdom. He looked for Israel to be delivered from her national foes. But the coming of a king in righteousness and the establishment of Israel as a holy nation was the great object of his hope. Thus he believed would be accomplished the prophecy given at his birth to remember his holy covenant, that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our lives. He saw his people deceived, self-satisfied, and asleep in their sins. He longed to arouse them to a holier life. The message that God had given him to bear was designed to startle them from their lethargy and cause them to tremble because of their great wickedness. Before the seed of the gospel could find lodgment, the soil of the heart must be broken up. Before they would seek healing from Jesus, they must be awakened to their danger from their wounds of sin. So here, brothers and sisters, what we're also seeing is even John the Baptist didn't fully understand Jesus' ministry, and he thought it was going to be set up of an earthly kingdom. But Jesus came here to call those out of Israel as a nation to spiritual Israel. Over here we see that transformation and that reformation from a Israel as a nation to spiritual Israel. And in AD 34, that proclamation is complete, where the Spirit of God passes over the nation of Israel to the spiritual Israel. And that's what John didn't understand. But then again, John was sent to prepare a way, and he did his job.